Of course, the vaccination effort was certainly not the only priority for the board this month. Another involves a major redevelopment in the Courthouse neighborhood. Let's talk a little bit about the landmark block in Courthouse Square. For those not aware, can you explain exactly where this block is and what this redevelopment plan is all about?
Sure. This is a project that is close to the county courthouse office buildings and the courthouse metro. And so you may know it as Summers, formerly Cozy, the restaurant, the quick food restaurant, and there's a couple of other small, low-rise buildings there. And it's going to be replaced with a project that is transportation related and transportation friendly development, because it's literally walkable within, perhaps 50 yards or 100 yards of the courthouse metro station. So it's a project with significant investments in our courthouse area. There's going to be a shared street that's going to be redone. That's one of the community benefits. There's affordable housing units on site. It's an apartment building that will be 420 units, 423 units, significant additional housing, and also environmentally and sustainably done. So we know that already we know that Metro has been such a key part of Arlington's development, and this is a good project right next to it that also includes another community benefit of an investment for the future Courthouse Square that is currently the parking lot, and we're planning on doing some upgrades and some pieces there. So it's a great project, and part of recovery for Arlington is continuing to have that growth and doing that growth in a smart way. So we had broad community consensus on this project, and I know that you also supported it, Takis, and there's plenty of other elements that I'm sure you'll want to touch on too.
Well, this is a project that we really wanted. This is how we planned that. This is the first residential assets, let's say, in the context of the Courthouse Square, which will be Arlington's center place. This is right in front of Arlington County headquarters, across from the courthouse. But all in all, the surrounding buildings until now haven't been residential. This is the first residential building that really sets the tone for the future square, which we really have been, the entire community has been planning with a lot of focus to deliver that. We all accept that having a big parking lot in the middle of our, government place is not really the best use of this land. We really want to give it back to Arlingtonians and to make it a public space. This building contributes to that. It also has in my opinion, modest but existent and not easily to get in a transportation corridor, a component of our affordable housing. There are 8 units there. Half of them will be 2-bedroom. This is a very hot area to build and to construct in Arlington. We're very, very happy to see that going forward. We're very happy to see the promenade that is an entire street, the Yulee Street, being transformed from a regular traffic street for available for vehicular traffic to be a pedestrian asset where people will be enjoying and stroll, and very hopefully soon, have the ability to actually cross through a completely new type of street, shared street, which is a type of street that will be focused on the pedestrian and cyclist experience. That is not mainly built for cars, where cars will have to share the use with pedestrian and cyclists and actually respect the pedestrian and the cyclist first, because this is the transition to the new public square. So I believe that this has been a very nice, concentrated effort. There is also a a component of historic preservation. The facades of two buildings now on two diametrally opposed corners of the new building will be there. They will remind us of how Courthouse was, and they will be there to maintain a little bit of sense of period and the idea of the soul of Arlington that we want to preserve at the same time as we build the new assets there.
And kind of look into both of your crystal balls, as it were, and give me a sense of what lies ahead. What is this overall vision of what we all want Courthouse Square to look like when all of this redevelopment is completed?
Sure. I think both of us have a sense that you can hear from Takis's description the planning piece to his perspective. And so I know you'll have pieces to add, but all of us have this idea that currently where the flagpole is in front of the courthouse, there's a little gathering spot, but it's not quite as much nature infused, or we talk about biophilic principles. We now all know now that getting outside and away from our Zoom or Microsoft Teams it inspires us. And so there ought to be a gathering place where many Arlingtonians can come, and it's kind of a public square, not done necessarily the way public squares sort of were historically, but done in an updated way. And that's the concept. As we looked at the courthouse, the sector plan that was written a few years ago, that's what we're thinking. And all of the details aren't worked out, but the vision in the sector plan is for a larger public space with additional area for we would love some trees and grass. That's the start of the idea, in a place that is sustainable, but you can also gather as a community in slightly larger numbers. So that's my sense. Takis, I outed you as the planner.
As a citizen, it's the place where we celebrate our ownership of the public space. This is where trees and grass and playgrounds and all these functions will be possible. Today, it's absolutely not possible. This is a surface parking lot. This is asphalt and cars parked. There is nothing to do there other than escape it the fast as you can. Because it's an inhospitable place. This will be a hospitable place. This will be one of Arlington's best, living rooms. This is where people will enjoy to linger around, to stay around, to play, to meet others, to enjoy their fantastic farmers market in a far more friendly and purpose-designed way. We have seen, we are in a renaissance of Arlington embracing its public spaces. We discussed about the Met Park. Look at this leap forward in design. We're discussing right now the HQ, public spaces that are in emergence. We are discussing in 22202 even more about that. All across the county, the board is looking at new ideas and focus on delivering multi-purpose civic quality in how we will be using and making this public space available. And this is a very big step forward, what has begun with the construction of a very big building and the additional 400 plus households right on at the edge of that.
Okay. Arlington's living room. I like that. That has a good ring to it. We're going to keep
We
that.
have several ones for all the places in Arlington, but this will be one of the, we will have a lot of civic pride invested there.
All right. Well, on that note, we will take a short break. When we come back, we're going to discuss a series of projects in the Crystal City area that will make it easier to get around and provide some exciting new access to Reagan National Airport. Stay with us.